All right, welcome everybody to Coffee and Art. I need a refill in the morning. This is Dee Dee. I'm on Ustream.tv. This is Impromptu Friday because I never know if I'm streaming on Friday till Friday morning. But if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to join one of our live shows, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and the occasional Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, if you want to come over and join the live chat, it is a live chat, so I'm chatty. I will be repeating myself a lot as people ask questions, and I re-answer questions. So don't email me. Okay, so I got a couple things in yesterday. Came home from the lake. If y'all saw some of my pictures, of my lake pictures on Facebook or Twitter, I only posted one picture on Instagram. I posted a couple videos over on Facebook, and I put it under my What's on My Desk Today album because that's what was on my desk yesterday. A trip to the lake, fishing, metal detecting. All I caught was a chair and a tiny little brim. And yeah, we didn't find anything metal detecting, but it's always fun to traipse around the woods with the hubster. Hey, Steffi. And thanks everybody for being here. So it was a good day, got some sun. And so I came home and I had a few things from Happy Mail. I had this from Amazon. I got me some bin scraps. Y'all know bin. I'll show that on Monday. So we'll do that under the Society of Idea Collectors segment. So we'll show that on Monday. So yeah, so this book, Jen Reading with Pugs, got, and she's the one that enabled me. I had it in my cart for about a week. And then I've used the well, I had bought Cam the Fine Tech metallic paints a couple of years ago probably, and I never bought myself any. And so while I ordered this, I thought, oh, it probably needs some metallics. So I went ahead and got the this. It's in Germany, but you can see in fine print there it's Fine Tech. So it is the same thing, even though it's called Pearl Colors Coliro and handmade in Germany. And but it's Fine Tech. It's the same. I don't know. Maybe they come in different packages. So I got the Fine Tech metallic paints because. Hi, Light and Laughter. Can we have your name? You're new here. Yeah, I thought this would go well with the color book. So that's the plan. I already have a page picked out. I haven't picked out my markers or anything yet. I'm going to do at least a marker base, I think, with this because the pages are a little on the thick side and they are one-sided. So if it goes through with a marker, it doesn't matter. Okay, so Hidden Paradise, adult coloring book, Chris Lopez. And let me get I think it's probably about a 9 by 9. Get a ruler here. And I got it off of Amazon. So, oh, it's 11. It's 11 by 11. Oh, 11 by 10. And some of that's probably, let me do the actual coloring part. 10 by 10, I think. Yeah, it's about 10 by 10 on the actual coloring page. It's spiral bound, as you can see, and the pages are perforated to tear out, which y'all know I tear pages out all the time. Unless it's a book where it's a story, a hardback with a story like Tinderful Enchantments or, those kind of books. I don't tear those out. But otherwise, I don't mind tearing pages out of the book. So, thanks, Jeannie. Hey, Gigi, how you doing? Sylvia, no, I'm not new. I'm actually quite an old-handed. Oh, thanks, Lightning. Well, I just don't recognize that name. You might have had a different name. Welcome, Sylvia. Everybody make her feel welcome. We probably won't have a huge audience because, this is not a scheduled show. So, it'll be an impromptu, whoever pops in. So, y'all make Sylvia feel welcome. If she has been here before, oh, it's on my screen. I keep saying there's something on the color book, but it's on my screen. Hey, Stacks. Okay, so I'm going to do a flip through the book. Let me go ahead and zoom in one here. And we'll see how flashed out it gets, because it is white. So it starts out, I'll read what it says. Once upon a time there was a hidden paradise, a world where fairies, elves, goblins, butterflies, and hummingbirds lived happily under mushrooms. Everything was magical until the day one of the fairies turned into a villain, a villain witch, and put a spell on the goblins. Every time the fairies stared into the elves' eyes, they turned into evil warriors. Hence, wickedness propagated and war begun in the hidden paradise. Mystic creatures arose, like the so-called faun, who reigned in the forest and defended the elves and goblins. An oak, an orc angel who protected all good beings despite his weird appearance. He was sweet and soulful. The enchanted hummingbird, the messenger which sought to unravel the witch's mystery to undo the spell. The spell would only be undone by finding the portal key, but this hasn't discouraged him, for if he did find it hidden under the butterflies, that was the beginning of a new journey. So there's the little in morning. Hey, Judy. So it's a little tight there on the. Let me get it a little loosened up there on the. So are we focused, guys? Can y'all see it okay? So this world belongs to. It has a little signpost, and you put your name there. Go ahead. A little signpost there, so we sign that. And Jen has colored this page. Jen, Reading with Pugs, who's the one that enabled me to buy this. I have one mark that I want to color today, so we'll see how that goes. And the pages are pretty thick. You can see, one-sided. I'm going to have to get some more coffee, guys, or something to drink. My voice is going already. So I'm going to do a complete flip through here. If you've not seen it, let's get here in the middle here. Try to fill the screen with the page. I almost did this one, but I just done something with mushrooms in, I think, Enchanted, Tinderful Enchantments. So I said, well, no, I'll forego the mushroom picture today. Hey, Mountain Dreamer. And I almost wanted to do this one, but I chose another one instead. This was my first choice, and then I said, no, I think I'll do this other one because I can use my new metallics. There's a mermaid. Need to color that one for Xandra, huh? Every time I do a mermaid, of course, we do it for Xandra. And it did come with a piece of chipboard in there, which will be nice for putting in between the pages for marker, doing marker. Castle. Looks like a little, what were those little Furbies? Looks like a little Furby. You remember those? Or some kind of a little chibi. Medusa. Hey, Janet. Yeah, I got them in this color book. So we're going to color a page in this today. I'm going to start with markers. I'm going to use Copics and Hoo Hoo Hero alcohol markers, you know. This is the page I'm going to do. Do this page right here. The warrior princess girl. Eileen's not here to tell you no. Jeannie's been posting the link to this, so it's on Amazon. There's a dragon and a little king and queen, or prince and princess. Elves. So you got the ears. Elf ears. Or maybe it's Spock. This one's got nice little pansies and little flowers in it. Very pretty. Here's an Indian princess. Or, you know, I don't know. Indian people think that's not you know, a Native American, but I don't know that she's American. She's native hidden paradise. And then there's the witch that's putting the spells on the kingdom. There's another elf and elfress. Elves. So yeah, I like this one too. Spock, yeah. And then the owl. She looks like a Hindi princess or something. I mean, I'm just trying to associate them with what we know. It's a fantasy world, right? And then, I don't know, this is kind of Cleopatra-esque, but she looks like Liz Taylor in Cleopatra. Doesn't she look like Liz Taylor? Looks like, you color this to look like fire. Could do that with paint. Don't be afraid to use mixed media, especially on a page that you don't care if it goes through. Unicorn. Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah, okay. And some little gnomes in there. So it's like, just all kinds of things going on in this world. This would probably be a good one to do in marker as well, because there's very little detail in there. And then a little hummingbird with the key. And that's the last page. So yeah, Hidden Paradise, adult coloring book, Chris Lopez. On it, you can get it on Amazon. And then, like I said, I got the Fine Tack. I think they come in different packages. This one came in this package. It says Peerless, Pearl Colors, handmade in Germany, Calero. But down here it says Fine Tack, something GM. I can't see it. Anyway, it says Fine Tack on there, so it's the same, but I don't know if they come in different packages. But I thought that I would use this on the Warrior Princess, maybe do gold armor instead of silver. I mean, I could do it in silver and use this one here is kind of, I don't know if it doesn't have the names, so here they are. That's Moon Gold. So Moon Gold's kind of a silver gold. Here's the names. I should cut this out and put that on the bottom, because I don't want to save this. Put it on the lid up here somewhere, or on the bottom. Yeah, put it on the bottom. I think I'll do that. So this one, Tibet Gold, Inca Gold, Arabic Gold, Gold Pearl, Moon Gold, and Sterling Silver. That's the names of them. And I did do a little test here, so you can see what they look like. This is on white paper, so it might be better to see it maybe on black too. See how shiny that is? It is very, very shiny. So, yeah. Hey, Melody. Anybody else popping in? Okay, so what I'd planned, though, is if I did the armor to put this on top of whatever color I do. And I don't know what color I would, marker in. A light gray, maybe, like a neutral gray. A light neutral gray, and put the silver on top, or not the silver, but the moon gold. That's just it's kind of a combination, silver and gold. So that's what I'm thinking on the armor and the metal, to do it in a cool gray or a neutral gray. let's see, and I'll have to get a piece of paper. Let me make sure and put this behind. And take this off here. Let me get a piece of test paper. To keep right here to test the colors of the markers. So we can try to zoom in maybe one more here. Hope that's good. I hope it's focused enough, guys. It's so hard for me to tell. I autofocus it, and of course we don't have HD yet. We're supposed to, I think this helped focus it. We're supposed to be getting HD on Ustream. See if that helps focus. Hang on. Did I just mess it up? And that will be awesome. Waiting for that day. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good there. And I actually could just tear it out because I will end up tearing. Let's just go ahead and tear it out. Let's just go ahead and tear it out because I'm going to tear them out. And then let me just fold off the perforated. Because after I'm done with it, it's going in my ledger book where I keep my oversized. Okay, it's got a little bit of perforation there. I'll have to cut that off. But that'll be easier to work on. Be nice and flat, right? Okay, so I'll put this here. Let's see if I tilt this camera up just a little. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Hey, Suzanne. Yeah, it had to happen. I'm going to tear it out anyway. Yes, the Fine Tech watercolors. Yes, Melody. Although the packaging, they're calling them Pearl Colors by Coliro, but handmade in Germany. But right here it says Fine Tech right there. So I don't know if it comes in different packaging. Janet, did yours come in this packaging or a different packaging? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside though for a minute because I'm going to dig out some markers. I was going to go with the gray. Let me find a nice light neutral gray because I'm going to have her go with the. I'm just wanting something that the Fine Tech will go over. It's the same exact one? Okay. So if I did her armor, her sword, I would want her handle here maybe be gold. So we'll do a different color for that. Her, greaves are on the legs, aren't they? Whatever the arm protector is here. And then the snake I'd have that to be gold, this to be gold. Maybe this right here gold, the sword silver, 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 with maybe jewels on the armor hand, whatever. So I will not, when I go to start, see right now I'm going to just put some marker down, but if I start blending and shading like her hair or something, I will zoom in. Wrist plate? Yeah, I don't know. And of course I love me some redhead girls, so she might end up being a redhead. Okay, so let me go ahead and start by, and again, I'm thinking that should be a darker gray, like that should be a heavier metal. But I'm just going to go ahead and put down. Oh, and this is neutral number 3, N3. Copic N3. Because I'm going to go over it with the metallic. Can y'all see? Do you want me to zoom in? I should probably just kind of tape this down. Let me do that so I don't have to worry about moving the cardboard underneath and getting it off center here. Not that I care if it gets off. It's just that Um, if you color on an edge, you're going to get a bump line, right? Hey, musical Tati. So let's see. There we go. We'll go with that. Okay. So again, I'm thinking that's some cloth right around her neck. So the armor, to protect her neck from armor, because that would be pretty tough. And then maybe that can be gold right there. And then that would be fabric right under her armor, because, that would get pretty. And her breastplate, it looks like she has maybe some of her hair coming. I don't know. I'm going to just do this whole thing. Go right off the page. If you have any questions, put them in caps. I just want to come on here. I wanted to color in this book because I just got it yesterday. Came back from the lake. If y'all haven't seen my pictures from the lake in the little videos, I got a chair. Okay, so then let me get the larger area here, and I'll get in there with the pointy edge. I think I'll put a little bit of light. Let me get into and get in here tighter. This is just a neutral gray. Can y'all see okay? I know it's not like real detailed, but I kind of wanted y'all to be able to see the whole picture right at this point. And we'll go ahead and do the fine tech metallic on this shortly, just so we can see what it's going to look like. Okay, I think I want another little bit of, let's just do a little extra depth to the metal like that. The wrist plate is called a VAM brace. Oh, okay. Yeah, greaves are on the legs, right? On the calves or on the shins. A VAM brace. Okay, let me write that down. Thanks, Tatiana. Wrist plate. VAM, V-A-M brace, right? VAM brace. Oh, who's Nikki, Judy? She plays WoW. I did a flip. Were you here when I did the flip through a minute ago? Yeah, I like the drawings too. And like I said, Jen Reading with Pugs had bought this book. Let me just do a little bit. I'm trying not to turn it, but I'm trying to keep my wrist up here. And then this will be darker metal, like this will be iron in here. I mean, I'm imagining. I should look up some sword information. It's been a while. When you do something like work with something in that era, then you look up the references. But I don't remember all of it. Let's be honest. I'm not going to remember all that. That's why I had to write down VAM brace. Greaves are on the legs. Yeah. Nikki's your daughter. Okay. Thanks, Judy. So I'm just going to add a little bit darker. And maybe some of these little rivets right here. I'll do those a little darker. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a wash over the whole thing of the fine tech. And her hair is right here. It needs some little shadows on each one, so. Am I zoomed in enough, guys? I mean, I wanted y'all to see the whole picture, but I also want y'all to see kind of what I'm doing. What Jeannie said, I was thinking the same thing. I just didn't see what Stack said. Vambrace sounds like a vampire's embrace. Y'all are thinking the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to do a little shading on each little plate. Can y'all... Okay, maybe I need to keep zooming in. I want y'all to see what I'm doing, but at the same time, I want you to see the whole picture. All right, now I'm going to have to refocus. That might be a little close. Let's see. Let me get my something in here for it to focus on. That doesn't look very focused. I think I'm too close, guys. I don't know. So I'm going to put a little bit of darker in here. And then while it's still wet, blend it out with the lighter one. I might even have to go a little darker on the rivets. Is that good right there, guys? So yeah, if y'all saw my videos I posted one where I baited a hook, and then the other one was where I caught a chair. It took me literally, I thought I'd got me, I don't know, the biggest catfish in that lake. But yeah, it took me 5 minutes to reel in that chair. Oh, wrong side here. You can see good. Okay, thanks, Kingor. So, because I really want this to look like metal, you know. So I'm just going from N3 to N2, neutral gray, and just kind of blending while it's wet. And I'll go back in there with darker on the rivets. As soon as I do this, so I gotta go get some coffee or juice or something. So yeah, I'm blaming Jen for this book. I had it in my cart for a week. If y'all have any questions, put it in caps so I know y'all talking to me. It's a little early. I came on a little early today. And it's an impromptu Friday, so a little darker on that. And I have to just keep going back and darkening up where I want it darker. It makes so much easier to have someone to blame. Yes, it does. It makes it so much easier. Actually, I just had a little bit of birthday Amazon money left. So I used it on these two things. I don't know what Janet's excuse was for buying the fine tech. We'd have to ask her. And how you feeling, by the way, Janet? You feeling better today? Did you stream yesterday? I haven't checked. Okay, something like that to start. Then maybe there'll be a little bit of shadow under each one of these layered plates there. All right, now maybe I'll get an N4 and do just a little bit darker. Or maybe even an N5 because I want to do those those rivets darker. There we go. Yeah, like that. You did stream? You think you're feeling better? Okay, what did Eileen have you stream yesterday, Janet? Or was she there? I don't know. I was busy dragging chairs out of the lake. We did a lot, though. And we did some metal detecting. We didn't find anything. But it's fun to traipse out around in the woods. Okay, let's do this just a little darker. Let's do a little shadow here. Try not to get it on her arm. And then let's do a little blend. Okay, and same thing for, let's see, wrong cap here. Let's do a little darker. And y'all know I'm not a marker girl. Blend. Not yet, anyway. I mean, I do a little bit, but not enough to, really know what I'm doing. And I just kind of got some on that sword there. Let's kind of blend that out. I worked on a journal cover giveaway for the scavenger. Oh, nice! That's nice, Janet. I saw somebody else was doing the scavenger. I just came across, I was laying in bed last night with my iPad looking at YouTube videos. And somebody else that I hadn't seen before was doing the scavenger hunt. I didn't write it down. I can't think of it right now. It just popped up in my sidebar. Okay, let's put a little more shadow right here. And blend it. This is going to be gold. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure if that needs to be silver there. That would probably be a leather wrap, I'm imagining. It would probably be a leather wrap under her hand. And then I don't know about this. Maybe that would be a jewel. That could be a jewel. That would be a leather wrap all under her hand. And we could do that a jewel. And then a gold ornamentation there. And then a gold snake. Jewels here. Alright, so now let's add a little bit more. Shadow around each one of these are going to have a jewel. Down in here it'd be a little darker too. Let's blend that out. Can y'all see okay? Let me know. I can zoom in, but it, gets more fuzzy the closer I get. Let's go in here with a little dark under each one of these. Trying to keep my hand out of the way. Make it look like metal. How's that looking? Hey, Gimme Pooh. Probably be a little darker on this side here. Okay. Liking that. Probably needs a little bit more right here. Okay, now I think I'm going to hit this with the heat gun to make sure it's dry, and then I'm going to go over it with this color, which is moon gold, which is kind of a silvery gold. And then when I do the snake and then this part in gold, then I'll go over it with one of the brighter golds. Thanks, Starbuck. Okay, so let me make sure it's dry here real quick. Let's see how much it went through. Yeah, see, it went through. Which I don't care because it's a single-sided page, but FYI. Okay, so now let's see. Where's my water brush? And let's get this wet here. Just get some water on there and let it soak for just a second. And I just want to put a shimmer over it, you know, a coat of it all over the whole thing. Yeah, I was using the bullet tip on the gray. Yeah, heat gun. Yeah, Paula would say that. Yeah, musical daddy. Hey, Annie. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of get this moist, so it's kind of, you know, flowing. So let's see what happens when it's still got a lot of gold in it though. I wonder if I should go with the silver. Let me try. See which one I like. Because, I mean, even though it's like mixture of silver and gold. Whoops, I got some gold in there. Clean my brush. I think the silver will be the best. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to go with the silver. You won't be able to see it unless I tilt the page, you know. But that's how it is with all metallics. On a color book page, you can't really see it. I'm tilting my head just to see where I'm going here. But I think it'll look good. I'll have to photograph it at an angle so you can see it. But they are watercolors, so they're going to be translucent. And they're really shiny. Everybody loves them for the shimmer and the shine. And I want to get it on the jewels though, because I want those to be another color. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's see if we can see. Oh yeah. And you can still see, you know, my layers of gray. Okay, so let's do the sword here. I gotta tilt my head to see from the side. Okay, and do her armor. I'm just gonna go over the whole thing. Ooh, too much water. I mean, it's okay because this page is thick. I mean, this paper is pretty thick. And if I need more shading or I lose some of it due to the silver, I can always go in there with pencil. I don't think I want to put my marker on top of this. Let me see if that's... Did I get any right there? Yeah, okay. I think that looks pretty good. Let me hold it up. Move the cardboard. Still wet, but you can see how shiny it is. There we go. I know, right? Now I don't know what color I want here. There's a couple of hills, sky and birds, and of course her hair. So we'll decide on that in a little bit. Okay. I was real anxious to test out the metallic. I didn't done her skin, her hair, nothing. Now I want to do this in gold. So let's see what color of do I want it as a base? Do I want to? That's going to be really, really gold. This is a hoo-hoo. I don't know what color it is. Hang on. I got to get, and you can't really tell the Who names. This is deep yellow. But I think if I do it that deep yellow, I think when I go, whoops, let me see, go this way. So you can see, forget how zoomed in I am. And go over that with gold. So, I'm going to get in here and I'm going to do, trying to stay in camera here, guys. I'm trying not to oversaturate that little tiny area so they don't bleed. I mean, so far it's not an issue, but you know, you can't just hold a marker on something and not have it not bleed. I think that part should be part of a leather strap right there. Well, maybe not. I think I'll go with gold. If you have any questions, just put them in caps. Got a little something on her head there. Piece of something. I think it might be I don't want to take my little thing off there. I don't want it to rub scratch anything on my page. Yeah, I took off my van brace. And that I want a jewel. Okay, then I want this over here all to be gold. And I think I'll maybe have some jewels right there too. Not snaps, although those probably are snaps. They need to be gold. Okay, now I want this snake to be gold. Maybe have a jewel eye. Okay, and then I want these little things here to be gold. And these are probably rivets, but I'm going to make them jewels. Let me go back with my dark gray right in the center of those. Even though I shouldn't probably be going over it because of the paint. I need a little more shadow. Yeah, so I can see that the marker's going to want to resist because of the fine tech. Okay, I'm going to leave this here for just a second, guys, and go get something to drink because you can hear I'm losing my voice. So I need to get some juice, something cold. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I just got some juice, thinking something cold will be best. I should have put Andy here. So, yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and let's get a base coat. Oh no, we got to do the gold. Hang on. Let's go with probably this one, which is, I'm going to take these names off. Inca Gold. Let's go with Inca Gold. Squeeze a little water in there and get it activated. Hey, Scooby. Anybody else? Hi, Diane. Anybody else? Hi, Miss Kimberly. All right, so let's get that going here. Can't get too much right there, but I want just a little bit of shimmer. All right, let's get on the sword here. I'm so zoomed in, I got to remember to stay under camera. So does anybody have any weekend plans? I got a new vacuum. Oh, that thing wants to suck the carpet right off the floor. I love it. Alrighty, there we go. And I just have a Kleenex here to squeeze off the paint, you know, clean off the brush. Yeah, you can post links. Yeah, she does have a channel, Melody. You can post a link if you want. Okay, so let's see. There. Well, let me dry it so then you can see that it's not the water. Okay. Look how shiny that is, guys. Well, look at all the silver, the gold. Look how shiny that is. Cool, right? I have a friend coming over tomorrow to color and try out all my pencils. Oh, fun. Is it the same friend you always have? Yeah, exactly. And hi, Julie Topaz. Musical Toddy says weekend plans, Dragon Age, gaming, and crocheting. Oh, Dragon Age Gaming. Is that the name of the game? Dragon Age? Musical Toddy? Scooby, scavenger. Oh, you're going to work on your you're going to complete your scavenger hunt. Well, Jana will be happy to hear that. Yeah, it does have a good shine, doesn't it, Judy? Hey, DeMonte. Yeah, I know. All right, so now let's see. Do I want to do... I'm thinking... Come on, guys. I'm looking for something here. I'm thinking, do I want to do her hair first or her skin? Let's see here. Just move things around. Because I want her to have red hair, but do I want it to be orangey red? All right, I'm going to move my shiny paint here. I am very zoomed in, so I'm having to be very conscious of moving things around here so that we stay in frame. Oh, a different friend. Oh, okay. That'll be fun. If y'all are just joining us, we're coloring in Hidden Paradise by Chris Lopez. I was enabled by Reading with Pugs Jen to buy this one. I had it in my cart for a week or so. Okay, so let's see the shine. Oh, look at that fine text shine. Look at that fine text shine. Okay, so let's move on to, let me get a bunch of skin colors out here. I'm just going to grab all my skin colors out of the what do you call it, cubby. So I think I have 2 sets of these skin tones here I think the light set and the dark set. So you can get these, the chows in sets. I think there's 6 in a set. I think I got the dark and the light. And you can get them like at Michael's with a 40%, sometimes 50% off coupon, and get a good skin set. So I would recommend, if you're going to do anything Copic, at least get the skin set. You really, I mean, I've tried with the Hoo Hoo Heroes and stuff, and you know, I can do a little accenting with it, but to do skin, get the Copics. Just saying. If you want to, you know, if you want to get other colors that are less expensive, you know, the off brands, the Hoo Hoos or the Color It or any of those other alcohol markers, bye Scoops. Get the but get the skin tones in Copics. All right, and again, I'm no expert. I'm just trying learn it myself. So I'm going to start though with, I have a couple of doubles here, so let me move. I'm going to start with some of the lighter ones like E000, or okay, so that's a duplicate. I have a couple of some of them that I bought separate. There's an E11 and what's the other one I want? Maybe I do want a little bit darker one. So let's try these 3 to start. This has a little more yellow. This is a Y21. And then also I have, okay, so here's the E000. All right, well, I'm going to start, I think. I'm going to have her a little, you know, she's going to be an outdoor girl, so we're going to start at least with the E00. All right, so let's start on her hand just to get me warmed up here. And I'm going to use the chisel just to cover the whole thing. And she's already got a little bit of grayscale on there, as you can see. So it'll kind of guide you where to shade. Okay, very light. And then I want to go to E11. And I'm going to go with the brush tip here. And I'm going to just start shading. I'm going to keep them both handy because, you know, you got to do a lot of back and forth here. And I'm just kind of using the shaded parts to go by, just to get a little bit on there. Let me extend it out just a little. Go back to the E00 with the chisel tip to blend, because it covers a whole area real quick. There's the start. I'll go in there with some darker, you know, more rich colors, but I want to just get everything base coated. Just to start with these 2, E00 and E11. Those are the colors I'm using just to start. Thanks for putting the link in again, Jeannie. Okay, so again, I'm going to just go with the chisel and just color the whole thing. It's going to be pretty light. This one's, I think I have another one. This one's getting a little dry, I think. Because this is the one I use all the time for skin. Let's see, E00. Do I have another E00? That's a 2. Yeah, here we go. And I'm kind of testing this paper out, and we'll see how it, you know, as it dries, what happens here. And do a little section at a time. It's just a nice light base. No questions, we're good? Okay, I'm going to do a little shading here. I'm just kind of going with where the extending it a little, and I'm going to put shadow down here. A little under the snake. Then go back and blend this. I'm just going in sections because it stays wet, you know. It blends easier when it's wet. Some of the marker girls here might be able to give y'all tips. So there's a start. Let me hold it up. And I just have it taped down to a piece of chipboard. So I just got the first layer down, or well, 2 colors, just to get some color down. Watching chat for a second, see what's going on. Oh, y'all talking about the Viking show? I don't watch the Viking. I've started recording them all, and I just haven't had a chance to watch them. Y'all are talking about. I don't mean. I'm recording the Viking show, not Game of Thrones. Until I read the books. I want to read books before I see the show. It's very light. I hope you can kind of. Because it is light. I mean, it's not just the lighting. The colors are light. Okay, let's do the rest of her arm here. I'm just going to use the chisel. Let's get it all base coated in. This paper wants to make it a little scratchy. So you got to almost like add a little extra juice to where you're going, because the paper it's got a little bit of texture to it. Very slight, but there's a little bit of texture. So I feel like I'm having to work at smoothing it out a little more because of that texture. But it's not bad. I mean, it's not like watercolor paper, but it's slightly textured. Hey, Limo. I'm going to have to get me another E00. Because this is a color it seems like I base coat skin with a lot. Just to get it started. You know, a coat on there. And again, I did tear it out of the book. And it's on a piece of cardstock. I mean, chipboard. Okay, so let's see. And this was already here. That's the shading that was already there. Same for that. The gray, that's all there already. Which can be good or can be bad, you know. All right, so let's go and do her face. Again, I'm going to just put a coat of. Get it up into her hairline there. The only place I don't really want to get it is in her eyeball. I'll go right over her lips, but we'll add other color to her lips after a while. Oops, come back down here. So if you're just joining us, we got the metal done, and then we went over the metal with Fine Tech gold. So again, let me do see the shimmer there. All right, let's add a little bit of shading here. I'll go ahead and darken our lips up a little. Hey Eileen! If you're just joining us, Eileen and anybody else, I'm coloring in we're really zoomed in, Hidden Paradise by Chris Lopez in coloring this Warrior Princess, and we're going over the metallic areas with where'd they go? Eileen, I was Janet enabled me, although I've known about these for a long time because I've bought them for Cameron. The Fine Tech gold watercolors, but I went ahead and busted out and broke them. I mean, busted out and bought them. So I got those. So first layer on the skin. So we're going to darken her up, but let's just, and I might go in with pencil. I might go in with some pencil. I just don't know. I might. I have no problem going on pencil on top of marker. All right, so let's see on her hair. Okay, so I am going to need another color on her skin, though, and I probably need that in her hair, too. Let's see. I'll leave all my skin tones right here next to me. Let's move these other little pens and pencils out of the way. This out of the way. Another sip of juice. Okay, I want her to be a redhead. So I'm going to get some yellow orange, probably use the sienna, let's see. Oh, this color probably. That was a good color for hair. Okay, so let's see. And I got my little test sheet right here. That's a little too not right. Just pull some yellows and oranges here and see. That might be one. I want orange in it. Let's see, not this one. This. I gotta decide which yellow here. That's too yellow. Let's try the Blick. I got the Blick one here. Maybe. That's a little yellow too. The Blick markers, by the way, are an alternative, and they have the brush tip. The Hoo Hoo Heroes don't have the brush tip. They have the bullet and the chisel, but Blick has the brush tip. Just FYI. But maybe I might just do a tiny bit of that. Let's see what color this is. I'm kind of liking that orange better than this orange, and then I'll go with that color. Okay, so I think this is going to be my red head right here. More orange head. More orange head than red head. It's going to have kind of an orangey, fiery red head. Okay, so these are the colors I'm using. I'm trying to keep them separate from the ones I'm not using. All right, so I'm not using that. Okay, so I'm just going to start by putting a base coat of yellow. And I know it's going to look really bright, but we're going to, it'll be, this is just going to be the highlights. But I'm going to go ahead and just put a whole coat of yellow over her whole hair. And it kind of goes off the page there. And sometimes I do light first, sometimes I do dark first. I don't know. I don't know what the Copic rule is, or if there really is one. I guess it just depends. Sometimes, like the skin, I like to start light, but I don't know. I don't know if it matters so much. Maybe it does to the girls that are Copic experts. And really, the page, see, the sword really ends right there, like a 1/4 inch. So it's like made to like frame, or you could cut it down, I guess. But there's like a 1/4 inch all the way around the whole piece of where the color book actually ends right there. But I probably need to fix that off the edge there if I'm gonna keep that part of the sword. Okay, so then I think I'm gonna go with now. So I went with the lightest. Now I am going to go with the darkest, which I think is going to be this cyan, which is E08. I think it's just called brown. Yeah, E08 brown. The yellow I used was the Blick yellow. So I don't know how helpful it's going to be for me to tell you what I'm using. I'll try, but I'm using 3 or 4 different brands. So, I'm just using alcohol markers. Okay, so now I want to get in here with the very darkest. And most of this yellow is going to be covered up. And when I'm done, I'll probably flick over some, with some white Posca, a few hairs flowy. That little dash of line would have been so crooked. Well, you can't be afraid. You have to just, if you try to go straight, sometimes it's not going to be as straight as if you just went like that. You see? Look, see how it's a little crooked there? If you try to go straight and slow, you got to just do a straight line like that. And again, I'll tell you, you're the boss of your color book. I always say that. And I also always say, if you mess up or do something that you think's messed up, nobody else is probably going to know it unless you tell them. Well, I meant to do that, as Pee Wee Herman said. I meant to do that. Remember when he fell off his bike? I don't know, maybe. I don't remember. But anyway, I always say, Chris Lopez is not going to email you. All right, so there's a little bit of the dark. That's going to be the very darkest. There's a couple. And again, what I'm going to do is I'll wisp some white little wispies after everything's said and done. But you want to make sure her face is done. Everything's done if you're going to do any little white wispies. I can't draw or cut a straight line to save your life. All right, now I'm going to take the orange and I'm going to kind of go over that brown. It's kind of a sienna color. And I really don't need to try to blend these very much because it's hair. So you know they're not really. It's not really going to be blended anyway. It's going to be strands. So. Something like that. Now I'm going to go in with this one is Copic Y17 Golden Yellow. I'm going to go in with the chisel. And just kind of go over that. I might go in here with some pencil just to give it a little oomph, but we'll see. So there's a start. She's not red-headed enough for me, but I might need to go back in with the more sienna. Let's go back with a little more sienna. Let's darken it up just a little. Let's carry that sienna in just a little further. Let's give her some more roots here. I'm just kind of following the color book lines that are there. The curl in her hair, the wave in her hair, that's already there. Okay, so we're going to darken up her hair some. Okay, now I'm going to go back with the orange. Just a little less yellow. There, I like that better. Okay. All right, so now holding off on that, let me just dry it real quick so I don't accidentally smear something. Okay, now I want to go back to her face. She's going to have green eyes, so let me get a nice lime green to start with. Let's see, do I want this color? Yeah, that's a good color. Hoo-hoo Hero color is yellow green. And I'm just going to color in her whole eye there. Of course, you're not going to hardly see it because it's already like gray. It's already got a grayscale on it. Oh, the other thing I want to do is her eyebrows. Let me go in here with this sienna color and put in her eyebrows. And I will be putting another highlight in her eye. I will be doing her eyelashes and all that. And her lips. Let's see, what color do I want her lips? Maybe like a henna color. Let's see, maybe, what color is this? Brick brown? That's too brown. I don't want that darker brown. I want more of a, let's see this color here. This one is potato brown. That's still not, I want it a little bit more on the red side or the peach side. Here we go, let's try this. That might be too dark. If I did it carefully, I like that color, but getting quite that dark. Let's see here. Let me look into the pinks. I don't really want it. Oh, I want it more on the, like, I might have to do it with pencil. I might have to do it on the henna side. That's a little better. But that color is almost too orange. Let's see. Let's try one of the, that's not going to be dark enough. Okay, I'll go with the baked clay, just to get a little shadow in there. And I'll go back in with the E00 and blend it. And I'll put a white highlight in there, maybe with the Posca. Like the hair, Shalene? Well, it needs more. It needs pencil. It's gonna need. I think it's gonna need some pencil because I'm not that proficient with the marker. You know, I mean, I can get in here with. Let me see this color. I don't even know if that'll make a difference. No, it's not quite dark enough. Let's go with. This is E15. No, that's not going to be dark enough. Let's go with E18. Yeah. So it almost can use some. And I could do this better with pencil, I think. But I'm going to go ahead and flick in. And she could even have a couple coming across the sword there. But I'm going to do that with the white too. Now, when I say I'm going to do it with white, when I do a white Posca, and it's just not, you really can't take a color Posca and do the exact same thing, because the Poscas are so flat. But if you go with white, if you go with a white Posca, now you got to make sure all this is really dry. You go with the white Posca, and then you can go over that Posca color with a pencil. And make it not white. See how we're doing a few strands there? Crossing over. It gives the hair more movement. I don't know if that's supposed to be her part or what. I'm just kind of following how they drew it. And then put my own. Flowy hair strands. Right there, it's a little too light for that, where that would be. Needs a little more orange in there, I think. Nice dark strands. All right, we'll stop on the hair for a minute. Let's go back to her face. Okay, so let me get my colors here. E11 and maybe, oh, that's the color I was looking for her lips. What color is that called? Lipstick Natural, E04. It's a nice henna color. It's like, I don't know if henna is the word. Like it's like a light mauve. Okay, that'll work. Actually, this color might have worked too, this Hoo Hoo Hero color. Knock back. This is a Hoo Hoo Hero orange. It's just called orange. Just kind of feather in some of those. And sorry I can't just tell you every color because I'm using all different markers. I'm using Copics, Copic Sketch, Copic Chow. I'm using Hoo Hoo Hero. I'm using Blick. I just, I'm just going by the color. Okay, that's pretty good. And again, I'll put some lighter strands in there at the end. Okay, so now let's go to E11 here and start adding a little bit more shading. And again, I don't know how much I will do with this or some with pencil. Need another cheek highlight there. And there's already some like black on her face where the artist put shadows. Hey, Sandra from Germany. Yeah, I'm coloring in Hidden Paradise. I did a flip at the beginning. Chris Lopez. All right, now I'm just going to go around and darken up. And we're using alcohol markers and the Fine Tech metallic paints, watercolors. So you can see there's the silver on her armor and her sword. And these are I don't know, I think I'll put green jewels. Okay, let's see what I leave off here. Let's get a little more. And I probably should go with this while it's wet, but I'm moving all around here. Because it's easier to blend when they're wet. Especially on her face here. And I'm going to probably put some freckles on her. She's a redhead. Okay, going back to the E00. And start getting her face just a little darker here. Green, yeah, green jewels to match the eyes, yeah. I'll back out and you'll be able to see the whole picture here in a minute. I don't know what I'm going to do with the background yet. I think I would like it black and then put those birds white, or put a highlight around the birds in a black sky. Although they'd probably be bats at night, but Okay, I need a little bit darker on the skin down at the bottom. I'm not sure if I want to, let me see that lipstick color here. No, that might be a little too dark. A little darker over here though. You might make her a little more muscular. Again, I'm working, the paper's a little textury, so I'm having to like really saturate it a little more than I would on a slicker paper. Give her a little more muscle definition here. No, that's too much. I shouldn't have done that. It's too much of a line. It needs to be lighter there. I don't know, where's my, let me see about doing the, what do you call it? The, what do you call it when you remove stuff? The blender that to remove. I got one here somewhere. Can't find it. Where is it? Is it in with the grays? Is it the colorless? Let's hang on. I got a colorless blender here somewhere. You can see how often I use it. Here we go. I think that's it. Yeah. I was going to try to remove some of that. There we go. Now that's colorless blender, but it's going to look gray. I don't know. Maybe my colorless blender's dirty. Okay, we'll just go back with this. I gave her too much muscle right there. Might have to get some pencil action out on that. Has a little gray tinge to it. I don't know. I think I had some gray on the pencil. I mean on the marker. Didn't clean it off or something. I wanted to darken her up just a little. Hey, wee hootie. Alright, I want to put a few freckles on her, and I think I might put some pencils out to do just a little bit more richness, because I want some darker shading around her eyes and stuff. So I think I'm going to go with pencil. Okay, so now, the green. So I think I'm going to have her clothing. I'm going to go with that lime green. I'm going to have her shirt and her jewels and her eyes this color. And then we'll back out, and then I'll do some pencil shading, I think. If I need to pull back in, I will. Okay, so there's a little bit on her clothes. Her eyes that color. And then I'm going to have green jewels. And I can always lighten these two with a Posca. Let's have this be a green jewel there. Oh, it needs some gold around that. What was my gold color? Oh, here it is. That needs a little gold. Holding in the jewel. And this I wanted to be a jewel. Oh, and then that's going to be leather too. I got to do the leather handle. Is it the scabbard? No, that's not. Oh, I don't know my sword parts. But I want that to be leather. Oops, I got a little on her. Oh, like I can wipe it away. Got a little on her hand there. Okay. So, let's back out. Give our eyes a little rest. Whoop, that's not that far. There we go. All right, let me refocus. Where's my, this will help focus it. And get my lighting situated. Needs to have a little more, there we go. Not quite that much, but. There we go. Gingers and freckles go together like peas and carrots, yeah. But I'm going to put some, I'm going to shade with some pencil. So I really want to do, and I'm going to zoom back in after I do the background here to do the shading. So yeah, I got about 50 markers out there. I only used about 10, but that's okay, you know. All right, so there's the whole picture so far. I'm going to do more shading on the jewels and highlight some more in her hair. I still want to shade in her face, but I want to think about the background. So I'm going to have to unattach the piece of tape here. I just have her tacked down to a piece of chipboard, and this is my test sheet here. So yeah, but I'm going to go all the way up in the sky. So what I'm going to do to start is I'm going to take my Posca, and no, I'm going to have to do the, I'll just have to be very careful around the birds. Let's see, what do I want to do? Because I'm thinking I want the sky black. Or maybe smoky, like a dark gray. Maybe I'll start with a dark gray, like a uniform blue-gray sky. Like, it's like she's in battle, right? So the sky's going to, maybe I'll put some smoke in the sky. There we go. Like she's been in battle. All right, so, and then also I'm thinking that maybe it's Scotland or something, you know. Well, it's not really. It's, you know, it's hidden paradise. It's a fantasy world. But I'm thinking maybe I want green hills. So I think what I'll do is I'll do 2 shades of green, including the green that I just used. So I think I'll have to darken or lighten it right there if I do that, because it's going to be the same color as her clothes. Maybe I'll do this hill here. I'll do it with paint, because it'll be a little variation. So I'm going to do the hills green, like a lime green, a couple of shades of lime green, like, or maybe an olive and a green. Those are too much to say. So let's do that. So I'm going to go with Irish moss. My uniform blue is going to be the sky, and then I'll kind of shade, I'll highlight the birds so you can kind of get a little, see them a little better. And then I'll go with the citron green. And I'm not going to do a wash, I'm going to do full strength. Flat hills. Need a smaller brush, a different brush. Don't have one right here. I'm going to have to dig out a brush. Maybe this one. Oh, here we go. This one. Okay. Hey, Mel. We're working out of Hidden Paradise by Chris Lopez. Okay, so, and we've been using marker. Now I'm going to go to paint. So I think I'm going to want the lighter color back here. Get a little water in the brush. But I think this will be kind of dramatic colors. We can go in there and shade with pencil if we want. But right now I'm just going to get a nice flat base coat. So I got this yesterday after I got back from the lake. It was here. So I wanted to work in it today a little bit. We had so much fun yesterday. Okay, and then I'm going to take the moss green here, the darker, and you see I got way too much paint out. That's where you need a what do you call it, desk journal to scrape it all into. And I think she's going to stand out nice against these colors. Then we'll go back in and do some more skin with pencil blending. We will see what else we need to add. And I did do a complete flip through the book at the beginning of the show. So if you want to see the whole book, I did do a flip through. And I am blaming Jen Reading with Pugs for the enabling. We got to give the enablers credit. And you can get the book on Amazon. Yes. Thank you for putting in the link. So I hope everybody's having a good Friday. It is Friday, isn't it? Again, technically the page ends about a 1/4 inch in all the way around. And it's a perforated page, so I just tore it out of the book. And I'm just going to go around here real carefully here. A nice flat color. Anybody else got weekend plans y'all want to talk about? Any coloring plans, arting plans, going out plans? Okay, it needs a little bit more here. Greens can be kind of translucent, especially light lime greens. Red can be translucent. Well, any color can be translucent. Some are more translucent than others, so they might take 2 coats. So if you want a nice flat color and you go, I can see through it, then just put another coat on it. All right. See, that looks pretty dramatic, doesn't it? Look good? I like. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and paint the sky the dark uniform blue, but then I'm going to put smoke in there. Like there's smoke coming around, maybe swirling around the vultures. Because she just, looks like she just got out of battle or getting ready to go in. Hoping to finish a couple of works in progress. All right, let me dry this real quick so I'm not setting my hand on wet paint. just buckled just the slightest bit, but you can almost just flatten it out. It's probably more the heat gun than anything. Alright, so now I am going to, and it might take a couple coats, we'll see, but I want to not, water in the brush. Let's get the water out of the brush. Let me clean the brush, the water out of the brush. Not accidentally pick up the green. Going to start working in your abandoned castle. Yeah, see, that's another one that's cool. I got 4. It's going to take, it'll take me forever just to do these 4. Well, not forever, but if it was exclusively what I was working on. All right, so I'm going to get as close to those birds as I can without losing the birds themselves. I love working in my abandoned books when I'm just by myself. I might get a burst of inspiration and just come sit in here and glue some stuff down. After my day is done, and then something comes to my mind, and I go, well, I'm going to just go glue some stuff down in one of my abandoned books. You liked Wednesday's stream? What did we do on Wednesday? Oh, the abandoned book. I swear, I lose track of time, guys. I really do. I lose track of days. Today feels like Saturday to me because we went to the lake yesterday. So it felt like today should be Saturday. But I did want to color in this today because I got it in yesterday, and I would have colored in it today even if I didn't stream it. So I said, well, I might as well just stream it since I'm home today. Got my errands and everything done yesterday and the day before. So I said, well, let's just go ahead and stream it. And see, I'll put some white little strands coming off of her hair there. You finished a picture from Tropical Escape. Are you on Twitter, Starbuck? You need to, or Instagram, post pictures. Anybody else that wants to talk about their Instagram or their Twitter, put it in there if you want us to know who you are so we can follow you. You just ordered this book. You'll have it Sunday. I know, Celine, right? I know, Jen enables. She enabled me on this one. I had it in my cart for a week. And then Janet enabled me on the fine text, although, like I said, I'd bought them for Cam a couple years ago. But I said, I don't really need them. I got gold paint. We always say that, don't we? Oh, I don't need that. I might have to get a smaller brush. I don't know. This brush, it's an angle brush, but it's kind of not as flat as I'd like it to be. I love angle brush because you can do things like right there, the curve with the flat edge. So anyway, I didn't want to wait till Monday to do a page in this book. Monday I'm going to do a Society of Idea Collectors segment with Ben. Y'all remember Ben? He sent me some scraps of his old paintings and, cast-offs and stuff. Remember we made Ben bookmarks? Ben, B-E-E-N, B-E-N. They had Ben's stuff, so I call them Ben bookmarks. And I'm going to do something with that on Monday in the Society of Idea Collectors segment. So I want to do that with some of the stuff. He sent a huge box. He sent one of the $18 boxes of scraps. You know, the big flat rate boxes. I think I'll go right along the edge of that sword too with another bright gold or something. Same thing for her eyelashes here in her face. She's going to need maybe a little glow around her face so I don't lose her silhouette, her profile. So I'm just going to be real careful right along those eyelashes. I can always go back in there tighter. See how I'm not getting right up next to the eye? So I want to do that on Monday. At least that's one of the things I want to do. I do need to make a couple more syllables pages for my syllables binder. What else? Oh, I've got to start that dog portrait. I got a dog portrait to do. I might be able to film it, but I probably won't live it. It'll be Memorex. But I do need to do that dog portrait. So I might just film it. This has been in your cart for a month. And now you see someone working in it and you want to get it. I hear ya. You can probably find people who do buddy coloring with it. I mean, there's probably a lot of people that have bought this book. I'm in a couple color groups, but I you know, like Ann's and Jen's, and I tell them right up front, you know, I probably won't be posting. I'll be watching. I'll try to comment every now and then, and I join to support, but I don't have time for color alongs. I just don't. I don't know. You know, I barely do. You know, I have my commissions. When I'm not here, I'm still working, just not doing this stuff. But I still do, you know, my commissions and other projects, my own personal projects that I have going on. So I don't have time to, I barely have time to read the coloring groups. All right, I'm going to have to get a smaller brush to get in right in there. But I do like to support people that do them, you know, the color alongs and the groups. I don't have time to do my own group. If I was going to have time for groups, it would be, you know, I would do one. But I don't even have time to make my own group. Everybody would like me to. They say, Dee Dee, have a Facebook group. And I know people have volunteered to manage it for me, but I don't feel right about that. Uh-oh. I got a drop of water. She's going to have a mole. Maybe I can cover it up with pencil. I got a drop of water right there. I mean, it would be nice to have a Facebook group, but then you have to manage it. And you have to be there. Even though if you have mods and stuff, you still have to be, you know, you got to be a part of your own group, right? You can't just have a group and not be a part of it. Uh-oh, let's be careful on the nose. I have to go in there with a little white pencil. I guess I should stop talking while I'm coloring her profile here. And I think I'm going to go around her with white anyway. Okay. Let's get a little closer on her forehead. Just going to be careful right on her eye there, because of her eyelashes and stuff. Hey K-More, we're headed to Dallas for NCAA Nationals. I know. It's a full-time job, isn't it, K-More? To be a cheer mom? I know. Cheer moms are awesome. They got to get the kudos, I'll tell you. Let me get right along the sword here. Kind of tight space there. Okay, let me take a breath here. I'll drink a juice, heat gun this, and then we'll do some pencil work. I actually could put another coat of green on here. I think I will. Let me do that real quick. It needs another. I think I got a little water in my brush. The dark green here, I want it nice and flat, and I can still see through it just a little. So I'm going to put one little quick coat on here. Y'all probably can't tell, but I can. You had to take off the whole month of February. I know. Denise was the same way. And you know, you want them to make Summit, but that's a trip to 2 trips to Florida sometimes. To the ESPN Center Summit Championship thing. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me show y'all the book again. Here's the book. Okay, let's dry and pencil. And pencil and some Posca. Let's do some pencil first on our skin. Okay. Get my pencils. I'm just going to use some Prismacolor. Sip of juice here. And my desk is crunchy. It's got little bits of paint and glue and stuff. So if you tear out a page out of a book, make sure you work on top of something, because otherwise when you pencil, you're going to pick up crunchy bits. All right, so let's see. Let me get out some flesh tones here. And I want my sienna color. Might want a little bit of some kind of a rose color for. I'll tell you the colors I'm using. Hang on. Is that this light peach? Oh, here we go. All right, I think these colors will work. Okay, I'm not going to put any undertones or anything. I'm just going over top of the, although I will need a little bit of blue for or eyeshadow color. I mean shadow in her eye. All right, let me sharpen these real quick. I got my little sharpener here. Let me just sharpen just for a minute while I read chat. If there's anything else going on. Anybody else streaming today? Bueller. Janet. I have to catch up on yesterday's Janet stream. Okay, so I have I think it's raspberry. Well, I think it is. It's 1030. I've already sharpened off the name. Oh, let's go ahead and zoom in a little now. Okay. So I'm going to go in with that in her lips. So I think it's raspberry, something like that. I'm just going to put a little bit more color in her lips. And I'm going to put a little bit of that red color, just the tiniest bit right there on her, maybe a little in her ear, just to darken it up. I don't want to get too dark yet. And then I'm going to take white and blend that raspberry in, and it'll kind of pull. Oh, I got to go back with it again. Put a few little lip lines. Get a nice little blend. Okay, now I'm going to go in here with my sienna color and start doing some little bit of shading. It's terracotta. Look, this one's pretty beat up. This is an old one. This is a barrel. Janet. Are you here, Janet? I pulled out one of the barrels. I just tweeted a picture of your cheer beauty. Oh, I want to see K-More. Rabbit trail. Okay. I'm looking on why can't I find you? I know you're K-More, right? Why can't I find you on Twitter? What's your name again on Twitter, Kathy? I mean Karen. So I'm looking for Kathy K-Berg and Karen. Is it Karen or is it K Moore? What is it? I can't find you on Twitter. Kingor. There we go. Thank you. Nope, she's not coming up as that either. What am I doing wrong here? I can't find you on Twitter. Why can't I find you? Yeah, you don't use that. Yeah, 30-year-old pencil. Exactly. I can't find you, K-More. You tagged me in the picture? Oh, okay. Well, oh, there you are. Oh, okay. It's your full name. That's why I can't find you. Oh, my gosh. Oh, she's so cute. You want me to show her or not? I don't know if you want her all over YouTube. I don't know if you would. You have a locked account, so I better not. She's adorbs. Oh my gosh. I love their uniforms are cute too. They have cute uniforms. Oh my gosh. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I can show her? Okay. All right. I'm going to have to readjust my light. Hang on, guys. Because my phone, I've got to put on auto right light. Hang on. Hang on. Let's see if I'll... Hang on. Take off the autofocus. Hang on, guys. I got to focus. It wants to focus, but it doesn't want to focus. There we go. Hang on. It's on my phone, and the phone just doesn't, my phone doesn't like to focus. Come on, phone. It's not wanting to focus. I know, she's so pretty. Thanks for sharing with us. Okay, so let's see. I want a little bit more shading here. I'm staying. I love me some pencils. Y'all know I love my pencils. So I'm happy to go with pencil here. And there are some dark lines like this right here in her forehead, like it makes her look serious. But that was there from the artist. So you got to kind of roll with what, you know, they put on a color book. Right? I'm going to blend this in. I'm just putting some on here. Shadow back here behind her ear. I know. I hope they do well. I hope they do. Alright, let's do a little shadowing here. I'll put some Freckles. I gotta fix her nose there. I got some paint on her nose. I guess I could find a better pencil. I get another terracotta in here. Hang on. I know I have, there's sienna, but I don't want sienna, I want terracotta. Oh, here, look, here's another terracotta barrel. Oh my gosh. I think that's the same color. So let's just sharpen this one. Maybe this one will work better. AT3. Oh my gosh, that one's not. Oh, well, I was going to say, is that going to push through too? Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and, because I messed up her muscle right here, so with the markers. Although that gray did blend out. I mean, it did kind of light go away with the other blends. I'm just a pencil girl. I mean, I love me some markers every now and then. And, you know, paint and everything. But I love me some color pencils. So I'm just going to put a little bit here. And I'll blend it out in a minute. And if I was more proficient with the alcohol markers, I could have done all this with alcohol markers, but you know I can just do it faster and better with pencil. And this black and that black, that was already on the page. So you got to kind of just work with, you know, if the artist puts something grayscale type something on there, you got to just kind of work with it because it's there. Maybe it's a bruise. You know, maybe if it's a purple on it, make it a bruise. I don't know. Alright, so there's going to be a heavy shadow right there. From her van, what is it called again? Her van brace. I wanted to call it the greaves, but that's the legs. So let's put a little shadow right there on right under the snake's face. There'd be a little, if it's not touching her skin, there'd be a little more shadow there. Okay. Let me see how much time. Okay, I got about 30 minutes. 40 minutes left. So I was determined to try to get this one done in one setting because it's kind of big open spaces. So it's not like a whole bunch of tiny detail. I mean, there's like some detail, but it's not like a lot, you know. So again, I didn't see if Janet said she was streaming. Or anybody else. I didn't see. So if you say it again, please. Okay, now I'm going to go in with peach, just peach, and start kind of blending that in. Every place I put the terracotta, was it terracotta? And I'm going to start blending that in. Can y'all see? Can you see the blend? If I get too much more zoomed in, it flashes that, you know, you just can't. We're close, but then we're not smooth. And I'll put some freckles on her and stuff too. And I did want to put in some highlights in her hair. No answer on the streaming. Maybe nobody is after this. I don't know. I'm going to go use my new vacuum cleaner. Before I do anything. Okay, let's go a little further down with that shadow. A little bit on from her hair. There'd be a little bit of shadow there from her hair. And really you want to put a lot of light layers. I'm putting a little bit more pressure than I should to get this done in time. But you really want a lot of light layers. Don't try to speed it up, you know. Try to take your time with it. I'm not like, there's a lip line, I mean the little, what you call it, the divot in your lip there, but it's not hitting in the right place. Let me see. I mean, I followed the line, but it's, where's my Posca? Where are you, Posca? I know you're here somewhere amongst all this. Well, let me just get my fine point out one from Connie. What kind of vacuum? It's I think it's a Hoover. A Hoover, I think. It's kind of we always get every year when they break down. I think we upgrade. I think we spent about $25 more on this one than we did on the last one. Either the price just went up. You don't have the book, so want to ask how is the Karen, the paper is thicker, but it has a little bit of a texture. It's a slight texture, which is good for pencil. But the marker, when I was using, because I base coated everything with the alcohol markers, it wants to soak it up real, you know, it wants to sit on the, I mean, it wants to soak up. So it's not really the best for marker, but it's great for pencil. But I wanted to do some marker. All right, so what I want to do next is a couple things. Well, I got to do some more blend on her skin, but I want to fix this little divot on her little lip line there. It's not in the right place for me. So I'm going to just kind of put a little bit of white paint on there, and then I'll go over it. Let's go ahead and do the highlighter on her nose too. I'll let that dry and then I'll go over it. I just didn't like the place where the little divot line was put. Just gonna have a little more. I'll let that dry and then I'll work on it. I looked at this coloring book last night and ordered the colored set of Poscas. Yeah, the thin ones. Yeah. You want to use your Neos. I think the Neos will be fine. Because, you know, you've got more water and it should be okay. Should be fine. The markers just wants to soak up the marker. So it's hard to keep a wet edge. Be testing lighting in my new space at, oh, okay. So Kathy Cass, what's your YouTube channel, Cass? I mean, you can tell the girls here. There's Kathy Cass's Ustream. But what's your YouTube channel so my recording will say, Cass? Is it? I forget because I just have you in there. You know, in my favorites, I have y'all by nicknames, and it's not your YouTube name. So what's your YouTube name? Are you? That's provided you're going to upload it to YouTube, Kathy. I don't know. Maybe you're not going to upload it to YouTube. I don't know. Yeah, the Poscas, you will use those. You will use them a lot, especially black and white, especially white. All right, so I'm going to put a highlight in her eye here, and to do the pupil, I usually just use a black Sharpie pen. Same thing for eyelashes. I use a Sharpie pen. Yeah. So what, Kathy, Cass? What's your YouTube channel's name? I don't remember. And you really can't see the green very much because it's just so. I'm going to put a little shadow in her eye. There's so much black from the grayscale. So I'm going to try to let me sharpen that white again. Because I really want her to have a nice green eye. But it's not going to show up very good if I don't get some other color down there first. And then let's go back with the black. I might just have to go in there with the Posca and then go over that with green because it's just not, I can't get it light with the black line art. Kathy Arbor, that's right. Okay, Kathy Arbor, Arbour. Kathy with a K, Kathy Arbor, Arbour. Kathy, and she just moved, so she's kind of been away from videoing for a while. She's just got her new studio set up, she said. So she's going to try to upload. Well, she says she's going to upload after the stream. So yeah, Kathy Arbor, Arbour on YouTube. Oh, you have awesome videos. All right, so now let's see. I'm going to go back in here with my sienna, or what was it? Not sienna. What was it again? Let me look on the chunky one. Terracotta. I'm going to go back in here with the terracotta. And then, you know, with the peach, it's just peach, to blend the terracotta in. We want her to look warrior-esque. All right, so now I'm going to go back over that white that I just put in the little divot under her nose. So there's not a black line right there. I couldn't do something with that black line. And then her nostril. Let's go back in with the nostril. And a little bit just under her, in her lip line there. Now I'm going to go back with the peach, kind of blend off some of that white. And now I need a dark blue to go in there where the paint was. Kinda. All right, now where I Posca'd in her eye, I'm going to go in there with a lime green pencil. I mean, it's just a dot. You can't even hardly. But I want her to have a nice, bright lime green eye. Hello, Susan Marie. We see you. You can change that, Susan. We see you. Yes, you have bug letters, that's for sure. All right, so now I'm going to just go in there with the lime green, right on the white Posca that I just put. And now let me fix her pupil again. And go back in with the highlight. Okay, now I'm going to go around her face here. Because remember, I want to do smoke. So I'm going to put a little glow around her. And the only way, the reason I'm able to do this is because it's on top of acrylic paint. And here's where I can get around her eyelashes and her other eye. I don't know how far down I want to bring this. I think I need to fix her lip again. Let's just do that real quick. Let that dry. Because I want to go around these birds. And I want to do smoke, like, or, you know, some kind of swirly bits. Like, you know, maybe there's smoke coming up around them. So let's do that. Let's go right along the top of her sword too. Okay, let's go out on our hands and put a glow around her. Gotta do that jewel though. Need to do a little highlight on that jewel or something. I mean, I'm imagining it to be a green jewel. And just to say something about the book, where is it? We had these two books, if you want some techniques for, we've only done a couple things. I'll show them though in a minute. But there's jewels in there if you really want to do detailed jewels, if you want some samples. I have to wait till I pull back though for you to see that. So I kind of want the smoke to be coming up maybe behind that hill, you know? All right, let me sharpen again. All right, let's go back with the peach on her lips. And a little black. Alright, now I want to go in here with light peach. I think it's light peach. And blend in some more on her skin. And again, do light layers, lots of light layers. Don't put heavy pressure because once you get the wax buildup, there's no going back. You know what I mean, Vern? Okay, she needs a little bit more eye corner. Let that sit a minute. Alright, let's go back over here on her hands. Oh, I need the other peach first. Don't see any activity in the chat, at least directed with caps. So I guess we're good. A couple more minutes. Only got about 10-15 minutes left, so I got to kind of crack a lack here. This one we did kind of fast, but I wanted to finish it in a segment. And because it's large areas, it wasn't too overly time consuming. Although I wouldn't recommend trying to speed through in 2.5 hours. The picture I'm doing right now is a lemur. I'll post it to you. Okay, is it in a color book or are you drawing it? I love me some lemurs. Lemur's my business card. Here, I got one on the back of my phone. Well, I got one of Cam's pieces too, but there's my business card. That's one of Cameron's drawings with the sticker. But I just have her leaning on top of the lemur's head. I love me some lemurs. Lemurs and sloths. I need to do some more animal drawings. I really do. Yes, I do. So many projects. But I have to finish. I got to get on that dog portrait. Okay, so now let me go in here with the light peach again. And now, again, her hand looks a little, there was a lot of grayscale on her hand. Although that right there, I think, was a blob of paint. So I can't say. So I'm just smoothing out her skin a little. And really this, technically would probably take me an hour if I was just sitting here wanting to smooth blend her skin really nice. I would probably spend about an hour, but I do want to do highlight here. So you want to take your time with that. Even though we started with Copics and Hoo Hoo Heroes. Again, that was there, the black. So it almost makes me want to make it into a bruise. Do one on this side, yeah. Just a little highlight there. Probably needs to go down the sword too. Alright, let's see what else do I want. I don't really want to outline her whole body. Going to say she has a couple, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I did do some, and good morning, by the way, Jean. Are you out of your curling coma? And for those of y'all that are watching, Jean loves her Olympics and her Canadian Olympics especially, and curling in particular. So I like to tease her. It was so funny though. I did not know this. Jean and I were talking on Twitter about the Olympics and curling and all that. And I tease Jean. She knows. I'm just, but anyway, apparently I did not know that in Georgia, in Peachtree City, there is a curling, I don't know what, court? What do you call it? Rink? Curling rink? I did not know that. And the owner followed or tweeted to me and Jean, y'all are welcome anytime to come down to the curling rink or whatever it is. And um, and I said, well, Jean's in Canada, so I don't think she's going to be coming down to Georgia to go to the, but it was nice. It was nice that he or she offered, wasn't it, Jean? Okay, so anyway, okay. I did not know we had a curling, is it a rink? A rink, okay, curling rink in Georgia. Okay, so I'm going to back out now so I want to do a couple more little details before so you can see her a little bit. Oh, I forgot her freckles. Hang on, guys. Let me get my little... And then I want to show that other book, too. Or those other coloring technique books. I gotta fix that eye there. I need a little blue. I can't really not put another color in there. You want some lighter and some, kind of fade out. You don't want to look like, she has the measles. But they're going to be mostly around the nose and right here around the face like that. Let's do a little more. want to do a little bit on her hair there. And let's just do a little more blend. See, I just want to keep doing the blends. I want it to look blendy. I might work on it for just a couple more minutes before I take a picture of it. But I want to show you what I'm going to do on the hair. Okay, so if you want some wispy hair, I did a little bit of wisps with the marker. Can y'all see her freckles? Maybe she needs a couple more darker ones. Let's just put a little bit. Oh, her eyelashes. Oh, let me go in here with the black. All right, let me go zoom back in. Hang on, guys. And now the sun's coming out, so it's coming in my window. I want her to have her lashes. I don't know if I can get it to go over this pencil. I got the pencil pretty thick. I'm going to keep cleaning off my Sharpie there. Let's get her pupil a little darker. And her little I don't know, her pupil shouldn't be so round. Looking at it like this, I don't think, but that's the way it's drawn, so I gotta roll with it. Maybe put a little more blue shadow in it. Let me dry that. It just doesn't seem her pupils like anatomically correct there, but I'll put a little shadow in there. I think that'll help. Okay, so you can kind of see her freckles. And I can take a little peach and you can kind of blend them a little so that they're not all just like a dot. They're kind of like, you know, in her skin. Just kind of blend them out a little. All right, now she needs a little bit of highlight around the top of her eyebrow. A little bit more highlight here. I'm just going to touch it. She needs a little bit more on that eyebrow too. Still not liking that corner of that eye, but it is what it is. You just Google curling rings in your area and you have one too? Yeah, I know, it's weird, isn't it? You wouldn't have thought. It's too dark in there, but it was there already, so I'm gonna have to just go with it. But I am not liking the corner of her eye. It doesn't look right. But they had a big blob of black there. I don't know how to really get around that. But I want her to look fierce. Alright, so let's back out and do a little hair, because I'm going to run out of time. So, with the white Posca, I am going to put some strands hair crossing over, like blowing. Now, you don't have to leave them white. As soon as it dries, you can go over them with like orange, okay, in this case. But I want some extra flowy strands. Crossing over and even coming across the sword here. Okay, so let me just let that dry. Maybe a couple more up here. And as soon as it dries, go over it with orange. Well, in this case, because she's a redhead, but... I missed something here. You're here, Marie. We see you. Okay, so anyway, guys, I think that's all I'm gonna have time for. I'll probably go through with a little bit more of the light peach to get rid of the black line art right there on the edges. I want to get rid of some of that black line art, because I want her to look kind of like she's, you know, got a nice bright glow on her like that. Okay, let me dry that and we'll go over it with orange a little. So get a bright orange. Oh, and I wanted to show you all these books. Do I have time? We always get at the end and we run out of time. Okay, maybe I'll go with this orange yellow. And what I'm just going to do is just go right over, no, it needs to be orange. Go right over the top of, and sorry the sun just burst in here. I'll hold it up so you can see a difference here. So you'll still see the white. I mean, it'll still be light, but it won't be white. So she can still have these light flyaway hairs. Maybe some need to be a little yellow. I don't know. Let's do a little bit oranger ones down here. Oh, and I didn't shade her clothes yet either. I still have some things to do, it looks like. So I'm just going right over the white Posca, which the Posca is just acrylic paint in a pen. Okay, so I'm going to get all the ones closest to her would be the darker ones, and then go in with the yellow orange, where some of the highlighted ones would be on the edge. Okay, I'm going to stop so I can show you all these other books. But I got to finish that in a little bit. Okay, so can you see where I've gone over the white and it's knocked it back? So yeah, the only other thing I really didn't get to was the green. I need a moss green on her clothes. I needed a little bit more, like right along there, and then in her, like it's where the cloth would be to protect her from the armor. See? Oh, and the jewel. Oh, I wanted this to look like a jewel. I didn't get to that. I want it to look like it has some kind of jewel. Same thing for on these little green jewels in her van brace. Hang on, let's do that real quick. You can't really see the green. I'll have to go back in there when that white dries with the green. Okay, well there's a little bit more to do. And again, I'm just not quite happy with the way that eye is. But we'll roll with it. So yeah, I don't know what, let me turn my light down, fix my lighting because the sun just came out in full force. Wow, what did I do to my color? Don't know what I did there, people. I'm looking at my piece and looking in the camera, trying to get it as close to, and that looks correct. That looks correct on the screen, but that's not my color, but it's the right color for the for the piece there. So yeah, I want a little bit more detail on the snake, like just putting these little white dots over the gold will give it a little bit of, oh, and I wanted him to have a green eye too. It'll make him look like he's got some more scales. So these little details, you really need to pay attention to, and we usually run out of time. Oh, now it got dark again. Oh my gosh, guys, sorry. I don't know. Let's do this again. Let's try it again. There we go. And the same thing for a little bit on the sword, just a touch of highlight here and there. All these little things make a difference in the long run. And a little bit of maybe coming down her sword. So yeah, I need a little bit more skin blend right here. But you can see where we use the fine text silver and gold. There's a silver and the gold is on the there, and a little bit on the snake, you could probably see. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Alright, let me show you these two books. This was the first one I had. This was Helen Elliston, Color Special Effects, and there are demos for this. I just washi taped this in here to show y'all. We did do a demo with doing this eye. There's a video for that. You'll just have to look under color book. I just have to look for it. It should have a big picture of this eye there on the thumbnail. So we did that one out of Color Special Effects. I'm just going to do a quick flip to show you some of the things that are in here. There's jewels, roses, flowers. There's a bubble. So if you want to practice, I would love to spend more time doing some of this. I just don't have time to even do more of these demos, because I'd like to do more demos for you guys. So here's some jewels, shiny parts. So we did a couple things out of here. She gives you practice things. See, like here's all the things that she's done, so you can practice on them. Or make a copy and practice if you don't want to do it in the book. See, practice gems. Snowfall. So just so you can kind of get an idea what's in this one. There's a color chart, pencil color charts to put your colors in. Quite a few pages of those. You can always make copies if you run out. And then it's the Color Special Effects, and that one's by Helen Elliston. And again, we did do the eye demo. There's the eye we did. And then the other one, this one is by Jennifer Zimmerman, and it's The Secrets of Coloring. And we did do one out of here. We did the animal eye here. Yeah, I don't have time to do that, Susan. Let's see. Susan goes, stream every day. Live stream. I could probably record a lot of stuff I do, but I can't live stream every day because a lot of other people stream too. So I'm, but there's time-saving tips and techniques for maximum impact. Shows some jewels there. I don't know where the animal eye is, but this is another one that's got, it's got its little color charts, sample things for you to do. So if you want to do kind of more specific, here's the one we did here. No, that's not the one we did. Where's the one we did? Did a cat eye, or here's the one we did. Yeah, the cat eye. And we went step by step. I tried to follow it as closely as I could so that y'all could see how to follow a demo. And here's what I didn't do the fur around it, but there's the eye we did. There's the demo eye, and then here's the eye we did. Well, I guess I could show it up here on this one here. There we go. So that's what we did, that one. Hey, Tammy. Anybody else popping in? So she does some different eyes, some bugs, the shine on the bugs, pearl, blue pearl, some ribbons, more jewels, a gold egg, another stone. So these are great to practice, even if you don't ever actually, and then she has some, now let me say this about the warning on this. If you want to color on tone tan paper, this is a slick, shiny, it's not going to do the same as a true tone tan paper. It's a slick, like imitation, it's like a photograph of tan paper. It's not real tone tan sketchbook paper. It's not going to do the same for you. Just FYI. So if you try to think, I got a piece of brown tone tan paper to work on, it's not going to be the same as your Strathmore. Let me show you. Where's my sketchbook? This is what you want. If you want to do, like you see me do my portraits, tone tan. It's different. It's not the same as the slick paper in here. So just don't get discouraged if you try it on this brown paper here. That's a sample paper in here. See how shiny it is? You can see the sheen. It's not going to be the same. So don't get discouraged if that's the case. Here's a cat eye, a snake eye, a wolf eye, some jewels. So, it's okay to practice on this, but just be aware it's not color organization. It's not going to be the same as a tone tan paper. Okay, so there's a couple of sample books if you want to have some techniques. Again, this one's Helen Elliston, Colorist Special Effects, and this one is The Secrets of Coloring, Jennifer Zimmerman. So there's a couple samples. And then here's our page we did today. Out of, let me find my book. Where's my book? Here. Out of the Hidden Paradise by Chris Lopez. So, yeah. Okay. So, I hope y'all have a good weekend. I hope y'all enjoyed this. And let me put her on just solid black here so you can see her better. I'm going to do a little bit more skin blend and a couple more little details, and then I'll take a picture of her and post it and I'll post a picture of the cover of the book next to it. This and this next to it so you can see them. Okay? Thanks. You have a good you have a good evening in down under in Oz, CBC. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. If I work on something else, I can. I'll try to record it, but yeah, we'll see. Don't forget. Kathy Arbor is going to stream at 1 Eastern. And if you are watching this recording and you want to see Kathy's video, when she uploads to YouTube, it's Kathy Arbor, Kathy with a K, Arbor, Arbour. Okay? All right, guys. See you later. Bye.